All right, we are going to call this meeting to order. So for the folks out there, don't worry. There's not going to be a big, long committee meeting. We're going to get through this pretty quick.
This is the Planning and
This
Development.
is, yeah, so this is the planning, so this is the Monday, October 10th meeting of the Planning and Development Committee. I call this meeting to order, and I will call the roll. Councilmember Kelly?
Here.
Councilmember Wynn? Councilmember Nusma?
Here.
Councilmember Burns? Councilmember Reed? Myself, I, here. Councilmember Hedicardis?
Here.
I believe we, and I'm sorry, Councilmember Ravel? Here. Okay, we have a quorum. I think we're just missing one member of the committee, Councilmember Wynn. And I don't believe she's here today.
Out of town.
Still out of town. Okay, great.
I didn't say, I put yes on the
Ms. Alexander?
invite for Bobby,
You may
which is
want
what
to
he
mute.
told me to do. But no, I didn't register.
Ms. Alexander, you may want to mute. Or you certainly, okay, good. All right, so may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Mr. Chair, I move approval of the minutes of the regular Planning and Development Committee meeting of September 27th.
Moved by Councilmember Nusma, seconded by Councilmember Burns. All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, any abstentions? The ayes have it. We will go to public comment. Do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
Yes, I did.
Have to have public comment. So do we have anybody signed up for public comment?
Yes, I did. Betty has to sign up for public comment for the planning and development and want to speak on the item that you have in reference to discussion for the plan for the.
Yeah, I just want to note, we're happy to take your public comment now, but that item for discussion tonight is going to be tabled until the plan is to table it to the next meeting. So feel free to give your public comment, or you can hold it until the next meeting.
No, I'll give it for this meeting and
Okay.
hope I'll have other people that will come for the next meeting to speak.
Okay, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you. I saw that, well, I didn't see it. I got a disturbing phone call from my neighbors, and when she saw that there was a discussion going to take place about changing the West Side plan. Well, you have to look at what are you talking about. The one that the community put together or the West Side Master Plan in itself. The West Side Master Plan, you must remember, is a zoning plan that was voted on for zoning. What the neighbors had put in terms on how we wanted the appearance of the west side to be, what we wanted it to look like, what we wanted to bring in. That is the plan. So you kind of have to distinguish which one are you talking about. Are you talking about the zoning issue, which is taking part the overlay district? And she was concerned about a statement that was in the Evanston Now in reference to the roadway to come all the way from Church Street to Simpson, and
15 seconds left.
that couldn't happen. That plan has a lot of things in it that is not being discussed, and if it's
Ms.
going
Sester,
to
your time has
discuss
expired,
it,
but I really appreciate your public comments here.
community, y'all forget about us, but bring it back to us before you take it any further, please.
Yes, thank you for your public comment, Ms. Hester. Is there anyone else signed up for public comment?
I signed up for public comment.
Okay, I'm sorry, did you sign up for public comment for the Planning and Development Committee or for City Council?
City council. Is
City
it too
Council.
late
Well,
to do
that's
this?
coming up. That's coming up next. And so, with that, I'll entertain a motion to table item D1.
I signed up for comment on the planning.
Oh,
So
okay.
did
I'm
I.
sorry. My apologies. All right. So we'll get through public comment. So anyone else? I will note again that item D1 is going to be tabled to the next meeting. But anyone who signed up and wants to give public comment may. So we'll start with who's next in line. Miss Connolly, Tricia.
Thank you. I just want to say I looked at the memo with D1, and the reason I wanted to speak to this tonight, even though you've got it tabled, is that once again, I have not seen anything in the details of this that speaks to the real importance of having community interaction here. And, you know, this feels like one more time where the community comes later instead of earlier in the conversation. So I'm going to really, encourage our city manager to, like, between now and when this comes up again, to outline in memo form, how are you going to connect with the community on this, to engage them in any plan that you set forward to make change on with the West Evanston overlay? I mean, this is ridiculous. People need to be at the table, and interaction needs to happen on this in a real way with the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Who is next for public comment?
I'm Catherine Bellamy. I'm not sure, my name isn't on there, so I don't know if you know who I am.
Okay. Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
You have 2 minutes.
I'm speaking about the shelter. I'm not sure if I'm in the right place at the right time, but I'm trying to speak to the shelter.
Yeah, that's not for this committee. That was for the last committee, and it will be coming up at council. So if you'd like to give public comment during the council meeting, that'll be the most appropriate place for that.
Okay, I apologize. I will
No,
come back
no
for
problem.
that. That's
Thank
tonight
you.
or late, or is that some other time?
That is tonight. We will. There are a bunch of
Okay,
people in this
I will come
room
back
who are waiting to swear in a new police chief, and so we are going to get to that. I don't think there's anyone else signed up. Jesse Gregory. All right, we got one more person for public comment. Oh, a couple more. I keep trying to jump the ball. Can you repeat the names for me, Manager Stowe? Sam. Is Sam looking to give public comment for the Planning and Development Committee? In fact, if there's anyone that is seeking to give public comment for Planning and Development, please make yourself known now. Sam, you're breaking up. All right, so Sam, we're going to come back to you. You might want to check your connection, and we'll come back to you shortly. Ms. Payton?
Sam.
Good evening.
Is Sam looking to give public comment for the Planning and Development Committee?
Good evening. So the West Evanston plan, we were directed to put pictures and trees here and homes here. There was a handful of us, and you didn't listen to us then. Then became the 5/5 TIF, and a consultant was hired, and this was supposed to dictate the new situation for the West Evanston, the new school, affordable housing, and money for small landlords, which I haven't seen yet. We need community involvement. Just as 1808 Hovland just passed without community involvement. The city is going in the wrong direction. You talk about fair, equity, and transparency. It's not happening. You are pretending that you care about affordable housing. You pretend you care about the black people in the 5th Ward. You don't, because you are just railroading your own interests for this community. You need to have a plan to involve the community. You keep stating we need affordable housing with no plan. Emerson and Jackson, there's no plan. That's a disgrace to this community. Nowhere in Evanston does it look like it does at Emerson and Jackson. You need a plan, and you need it now.
Ms. Payton, you have 50. Oh, thank you. All right, Carlos Sutton.
Good evening, members
You
of
have
the
2
committee.
minutes.
Okay, fine. It won't take that long. I just want to endorse the comments made by Betty Esther and Mrs. Payton. And again, if any building, if any purchasing is going to be done in the Fifth Ward, stakeholders in the immediate vicinity should be contacted. You should have a public meeting for input and not deciding that you speak for the community when you really don't. Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am?
I don't know which committee this is for, or the city council or anything, but I wanted to talk about the dog beach.
So that would be a comment best saved for public, for the city council meeting, which is going to be starting as soon as we wrap up public comment here.
Okay, and it also concerns that you've got a lot of new people here. We've got new people in the Parks Department, we have a new police chief, we have a new city manager, we have a new mayor, and still, there seem to be a couple people at City Hall that have their own agenda and don't, as they were saying, listen to the requests from the citizens who really, their taxes pay their salary. But, so I don't really understand what kind of power moves are going on, when everybody's new, yet some of the things that aren't right are happening, and I wonder who orders them. So that's my comment, and I can go on at the city council.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Is there anyone else online for public comment? Seeing no one else.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I have one.
Hi, Sam. There we go. You have 2 minutes.
Yes. Yes, I had signed up for public comment, and I wanted to give a quick word for the LEED Cities and Communities certification that Evanston was awarded in November of 2018. I think in its tradition of leadership, it's the Environmental Committee and Sustainability of Committee of Evanston has had a long tradition of leadership on the topic and is considered a most livable city in North Chicago. And I think it would be great to expand on this certification by inviting the neighboring communities of Lincolnwood and Skokie to participate in the certification as well. It would only expand upon the quality of life for the citizens of Evanston overall. That is all.
Thank you very much, Sam. Okay. Now,
Did you call Priscilla Giles?
I did not call Priscilla. I don't think that we have you signed up for public comment, but if you have something for the Planning and Development Committee, please feel free. You have 2 minutes.
I'm not going to take 2 minutes, but thank you for this opportunity. I would like for the city people to listen to the residents in the planning that is being made for them, especially for those people who have been pushed out, and not just people who should be close to the places that you're talking about, because they've been pushed all over Evanston and out of Evanston. Listen to the people. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now, unless there's someone late breaking that wants to give public comment, we are going to move on now. Thank you, everyone, for participating.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes,
Hi,
yes. Hi, Ms.
Jennifer
Alexander.
Davis. Only thing I was going to say in terms of what I thought this particular conversation that was tabled for today, I thought this was only up for discussion. Now, I do think I have to stay on my city council. Sometimes things seem to get rammed through, but my understanding was this was up for discussion today. So there is time to develop community meetings in the way that some of the other speakers have described. But as far as I know, this was up for only discussion, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, then I have more to say at another meeting.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm not going to make another call for anybody to give public comment. I'm not going to say that again. With that, may I have a motion to table item D1, discussion of the West Evanston Plan and overlay area and its impact on current and future development?
So moved.
Moved
Second.
by Councilmember Hedekadis, seconded by Councilmember Nusma. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, any abstentions? That has been tabled. Seeing no further business before us, we've got a police chief to swear in and a whole council meeting to conduct, so thank you.